in evening class, Nam Tattva. Guru Tattva, yes. Guru. Everywhere in Vedas, Upanishad, especially in Srimad Bhagavatam, the glorification of Sadguru has been given. Here, there, everywhere. Nam is transcendental. It is true. And it is written in Shastra. And we are hearing from so many persons that we should chant holy name. But if anyone tells that I have read it here and there that we should chant Hari name, so I am chanting. What is the need of a guru like a dalal?
Agent, broker, mediator.
What is it? We know so many glorification that Ajami, how easily he went to Vaikuntha. Though he has no first knew the glorification of name. How he? So we should do and chant Hari name without making any guru vatha. If anyone is chanting without guru, what will be the result? Isolate.
Shishimad Bhakti-Vedanta Narayan Goswami Panchakalpatarubhascha Kripasindhumevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavabhyo Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Rama. So Guru Maharaj asking a very important question. If I can chant, the scriptures are describing the glories of Harinam, so I can chant Harinam, then what necessary Guru? So this very vast topic, so many points can come up. I will try and mention some. So, Jati Jati Namananda Rupam Murari Vilamita Nijadharma Jnana Puja Vyatmam Katamapi Sikititam Muktinam Praninam Paramritam Ekajivanam Bhushanam. In this verse it's described all glories to the name of Krishna, Murari, which is himself, Krishna himself. That name is so powerful, just by chanting it, one will automatically become free from the necessity to engage in all types of troublesome activity like mundane dharma, puja, different naimitic dharmas. But if one takes the name only one time, with faith or with no faith at all, that Harinam is so powerful, it can really give you mukti. So many verses are there. Madhuram Madhuram Eta Mangala Mangalanam Sukhitam Nigamavali Sakvalam Chitsarupam
Sakhitam Parigitam
Sakhitam Parigitam Muktim
Sadhaya
Helayava Dhruvananamatram Taraya Krishnama. There, if you take, O Brahmana, this name of all sweet things, this name is the most sweetest. Of all auspicious things, this name is the most auspicious. If one takes the holy name, even one time, with faith or with no faith at all, that holy name will immediately take you across the ocean of birth and death. So Harinam, chanted with no faith at all, can give you such a result. Like Ajamil, at the time of death, he saw the three Yamadutas coming for him. He had no understanding of the glories of the holy name. And seeing his young son, who's a small baby, 2 or 3 years old, he called, "O Narayan!" one time. That time he had no consideration of the power, the glory of the holy name. He was indicating his son. So we know the 4 types of namabas. So there this is Sanket. There is an Ajamil was indicating his son. He was not indicating the holy name or the Supreme Personality of Godhead. What is the result? Immediately he became free from millions and millions of births of past sinful activity. So actually the Srimad Bhagavatam is full of so many histories of devotees in lower stage who have taken Harinam not understanding the glories or what that Harinam can give. So Nama Chintamani Krishna's Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha. That Harinam is Chintamani. Chintamani means whatever you desire from that Harinam, Harinam will give you. So generally people are mad for the 4 material benefits, Dharma, Artha, Karma or Moksha. Then Narayan Muni giving instructions to Sri Maharaja, Dharma, Artha, Karma, Moksham, Yadichya, Srayamatmana. Isn't it? Karanam Padasevanam. Only by doing a little touch of devotional service in the form of chanting Harinam, automatically one will fulfill any desire in Dharma, meaning mundane religiosity, Artha meaning economic development, Karma meaning sense gratification, or the greatest of the 4 Chapurisata, that means Mukti. Harinam will give without a doubt, without a doubt, without a doubt. But
what is the question? Come on that subject.
So the point is, then what necessary Guru? So Harinam will give you all these results, but where will you get Krishna Prem? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This is directly Radha Krishna. This is given in Sambodhana Vasya. This is given, O Radhe, O Krishna. So you could call for Radharani and call for Krishna, but your relationship with Radha Krishna, where will that come from? Who will give you that? So that is coming from Guru. So therefore one should be very careful to take mantra from a pure Guru. Yo Guru Saswayam Hari, Yo mantra sa Guru Swayam, Yo mantra sa Ya Guru Sas.
First laugh and then tell.
Yo mantra
First laugh.
sagrum sakshat.
Don't tell.
Yo mantra sagrum.
If he remembers, he should tell.
So that verse saying, we know that the Supreme Personality of Godhead is directly non-different than the mantra that he gives. And that Guru is also non-different than the Supreme Personality of Hari. So Guru is non-different than the mantra he gives. What is the meaning? That we want to chant the pure holy name, not Namabas or Namaparad. Therefore, in Sadhu Sangha, in the association of those pure Vaishnavas, the pure holy name will come. But without Sadhu Sangha, one can never chant the pure holy name. One can chant like Ajamil and at best get mukti. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying, Sadhu Sang, Nam Kirtan, E Matra Chai, Samsara Jinate Para, Arakona Vastunai. Asadhu Sangha Bhai, Krishna Nama Kabunai, Bahiraksharam, Bahirabhate Nama Kabunai. Oh my dear brother, because you are taking Asat Sangha. Asat Sangha means you are taking association of those who are not fully immersed in the chanting of a holy name. Therefore the pure holy name never comes in your tongue. What comes? Akshara, only alphabets. Hare Krishna. So Nityananda Presta Srila Gogamaj used to make this very easily understood. We are chanting Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Good. Oh, clarify this subject.
Maharaj.
Clarify. Clearly you should tell. What was question? You should try to give answer.
Guruve Gaurachandraya Radhikai Tadalai Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tad Bhaktaya Namo Namaha. Srila Gurudev wanted me to clarify the question and the answer. So, according to my limited understanding, by His mercy, I'll try to speak a few words. First of all, throughout Shastra, it has been told, Harinam, Harinam, Harinam eva kevalam. Only this name can give you all success in your life. You can be liberated from this world simply by the power of name. So if the name is so powerful and independent, then what is the necessity of taking shelter of Sadguru and receiving the mantra from the lotus lips of Sadguru? So, we see that there are 3 types of chanting. First type is called Nam Aparad, making offenses to the name. If someone is chanting the name of Krishna, but they have a conception, I am God, Lord Shiva is God, Ganesh is God, they have a mixed up conception. Or they think that, oh, by chanting this name, it is like a pious activity, mundane activity. Otherwise, they think that by chanting this name, I can be free from sins. So I'll commit sinful activities, chant this name and be free from my sins. This is a very good business. So those who have so many misconceptions about chanting, they're called Nam Aparadi, the offenders to the holy name. But those who will understand what the offenses are and try to avoid them, otherwise they chant the name and they're completely ignorant of what the offenses are, and therefore also they don't commit any offenses, then their chanting can be called Nam Abhas. That means a semblance of the name. Still it is not the name. Why? Because in Puranas, and Srila Rupa Goswami Pad has quoted in his Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Atak Shri Krishna Namadi Na Bhavat Graham Indriyai. Actually, the name, the form, the qualities, the pastimes of Krishna, they are all Sachidanandamoy. They are all transcendental. Yet, this body, the mind, the tongue, they are all material. And therefore, Atak Shri Krishna Namadi Na Bhavat Graham Indriyai. Anyone, a conditioned soul in this world, they cannot touch the name of Krishna or any of his transcendental attributes. So when they are chanting, this sound which is coming out, this is not the Shabda Brahma, the transcendental name which is non-different from Krishna. This is called Shabda Samanya, ordinary sound vibration. This ordinary sound vibration does not have the power to establish one in his eternal relationship with Krishna and take one back home, back to Godhead. Those who chant an ordinary vibration, they may get dharma, religiosity, artha, economic development, and calm, the fulfillment of their desires. And those who will give up offenses to the name and chant Namabhas, the semblance of Krishna's name, they may get mukti, liberation. But what is the fruit of chanting Krishna Nam? Taranadhyay, Sarvashasta, Nama Sankirtan, Niraparad, Namlalay Pai Premadhan. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained, the best process of bhakti is to chant Harinam. And the fruit of chanting Krishna Nam, the real fruit and highest fruit, that is to attain Krishna Prem. Yet, if a devotee, giving up all offenses against the name, he chants Krishna Nam, still Prem will not come. And the reason for this is that Sripad Radhanath Prabhu touched this point, that he has no Sambandha Gyan. That means knowledge of his relationship with Krishna. He's not established in this. Therefore, Asatsanga by Krishna Nam Naihai Bahiranga Namakshara Bahirai Tabu Bhakti Nama Kabunai. If someone is only chanting but not doing sadhu sangha, then their chanting is an external vibration. It is not the transcendental name. But if they'll come in the association of Sadguru and they will receive Diksha mantra from Guru, by the influence of this Diksha mantra and association, the jivas and anarthas, they're gradually dispelled. He has faith, he begins to chant, his anarthas are cleared, and he becomes established in Sambandha Gyan. He begins to realize what is his relationship with Krishna by the influence of that association. By doing kirtan in the association of pure devotees, then Shreya Kaiva Chandrika Vitaranam. Their kirtan is full of bhav, full of Vishuddha Sattva, this mood, and it reflects in the heart of the jiva and illuminates his heart, and Vidyavadhu Jivanam. He becomes established in his relationship with Radha and Krishna. Only when the jiva is established in Sambandha Gyan, having relationship with Radha and Krishna, and he begins to serve them internally, then at that time the pure name by the Achitya Shakti will manifest on the tongue. Therefore, Rupa Goswami Pad is telling us, Atak Shri Krishna Namadi Nabhavat Grayam Indriyai. Oh, your senses cannot touch his name. But Sevan Mukhe he. Only at that time, when you become Sevan Mukh, that means being established in Sambandha Gyan, and his soul is inclined and attentive. I want to serve the lotus feet of Radha and Krishna in one particular mood and relationship. Sevan Mukh he. Only at that time, when he's attentive to service. Jivado Swayameva Spratuga. When he begins his service, when his spiritual senses begin to chant the name of Krishna, this name is pure. The name chanted by spiritual senses, this is pure. And then, by the influence of Achintya Shakti, that name which is pure manifests on the senses of the external body. This is called Swayameva Spuratyadaha. Beginning with the tongue. First on the tongue, and then on all the senses. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu described this. Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. When we do kirtan, chanting Krishna name, with Sambandha Gyan, being established with in relationship, that is called kirtan. With Sambandha Gyan is called Samkirtan. When we do Samkirtan, then Param Vijayate, there will be complete victory of that name. In other words, that name conquers the heart, conquers the tongue, eyes, ears, and all senses, and completely possesses that person, as someone is possessed by a ghost. The example is there of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he was caught by the fisherman. When the fisherman touched him, he began to chant, Krishna, 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 Krishna. And when he met Swarup Damodar, he said, don't go there, there's a very powerful ghost. Swarup Damodar said, don't be alarmed, I am a famous exorcist. And he put his hand in his head and slapped him, and then he became pacified. Another example, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu met Prakashananda Saraswati, Prakashananda Saraswati told him, you were supposed to be a sannyasi. Why are you singing and dancing and chanting with so many thousands of people? You should be like me and sit and chant Aham Brahmasmi, Pragyanam Brahman. I am Brahma, you are Brahma, we are all Brahma, everything is Brahma. Why are you chanting? Mahaprabhu told him, no, my Gurudev gave me this mantra, and when I began to chant, I had darshan of Krishna. Actually, I am not chanting, I am not dancing. This name dances on my tongue and makes me chant, and this name possesses me, my body, and this name makes me dance. So this is Shuddhanam, Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. When kirtan is done by a devotee who is established in Sambandha Gyan, that transcendental name, coming from his soul's form, manifests in the external body and completely controls him. This is the complete victory of the Sankirtanam. Therefore, if one wants to come to this platform of chanting, Vidyavadu Jivanam, Anandam Buddhi Vardhanam, then you have to start from the beginning. And that is Ado Shraddha, first having faith. Faith means faith in Guru, Sadhu and Shastra. You'll have to take initiation. You'll have to go through the stage of Bhajana Kriya, Anata Nivritti, Nishta, steadiness, Ruchi, and then in the stage of Asakti, by doing kirtan in the association of pure devotees, he will come into the stage of deep attachment. Then, up to this point, his chanting is Namabhas, semblance of Nam, not Shuddhanam. But then, by the influence of good association, when he realizes relationship, at that time, when he begins to chant, then Shuddhanam comes. This is the name which has been glorified throughout the scriptures as being the Nama Chintamani Krishnas Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha Purnashuddho Nityamukta Abhinatvam Namanamino. This is the name which is Abhinatvam, which is non-different from Krishna. This is the name which is Chintamani, which fulfills every single spiritual desire that the soul can ever have. This is the name which is Chaitanya Swarup, which is fully conscious, living, breathing, walking, talking, laughing, joking, smiling, singing, dancing. That name. This is the name which is Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha, which is the embodiment of all rasa. Akela Rasa Mritamurti Prasimara Ruchi Vada Taraka Pali. Kalita Shamla Lito Radhaprayan Ritojati. This is the name which in the association of Lalita Vishaka Chitta Champakalata and Shrimati Radhika is performing sweet pastimes. That is the name which has been glorified throughout the Vedas. So if we want to realize that name, we have to take shelter of Sadguru, receive initiation, and become established in our relationship with Krishna Sambandha Gyan.
So he cleared the subject. Without Guru, name what anyone chants Oh, this is aparad. Kabhu namabhas. Rare becomes namabhas. It has been told that Guru Kripa Prasade Pai Bhakti Lata Bij. Bhakti comes from a seed given by Guru Rupi Krishna. Krishna does not give it directly to anyone. Through any Guru or himself he becomes Guru and then gives. So without Guru, that name is not transcendental. It will fulfill your worldly desire or even up to mukti, not more than this. In case of Ajami, first he has no Guru and he kept his son named Narayan. By chance, because he was in Vedic culture. So he kept, and only this name when he kept, this was Namabhas.
First time.
First
time.
no, when he kept.
Your name is Narayan, only this.
No, he kept. Oh, when was that given name? Nam Sanskar. In name Sanskar, he kept the son name Narayan. This was first. And after what Narayan, come on, daily he used. Oh, this was like Abhyas.
Sadhan.
Huh?
Sadhan.
What was
Like
the effect of the first name? This
Huh?
first name, what effect? What
Oh.
result of first name?
I am telling you. And by doing so, in the last time, when he was dying, and he saw Jamdut in a very ferocious form, and he feared. And then automatically the name of his son came, Narayan. And at that time, in the last time, Krishna sent his messenger, 4, and the dialogue between Jamdut and Narayan Dut, he heard, and they drove out Jamduts. And thus he knew the glorification and heard the name of Narayan from them. Now he received the name from this name Narayan. From where?
Fourth Vishnu Dut.
Oh, that there. And then the seed of bhakti came. Otherwise not. And then he left. He was alive, became alive. And then he thought that, this name is so powerful that I heard from 4 Vishnu Duts. The glory of this name is so wonderful. Now I have received that mantra and I should give up my this lady, this wife, that wife, all children and everything. And he left everything and went to Haridwar. He took bath in Ganges and he sat down there. And now pure name he began to chant. Again these 4 where they came. Because up till now he has came in the stage of Rati Sampat. But Vaikunthiya Rati, not Balve. And thus they came and told, now that you should come with us and sit in this Viman chariot. He told, I have a question. That first I wanted to speak with you, I wanted to touch your feet in first when Jamdut were driven. But you disappeared. But now you have come and telling me to come with me. How is this? Oh, now we gave you pure name, the seat of Bhakti Lata. And by chanting and taking bath in Ganges, now you are purified, so much purified. And now Rati, Vaikuntha Rati has come. Now you are qualified to come in Vaikuntha. And thus they took him to Vaikuntha. But in the case of Dhruva, still he had what? Some attraction, some attachment to his mother. That is why he could not go. Though he was disciple of Narayan. Also you should remember that. Valmiki Rishi was disciple of Narayan. And in his first career of life, he was dacoit. And he has killed so many Brahmins, so many millions of Brahmins and Tapasvi, and took his wealth. In the meantime, Narad Rishi met him. And then he told, so many katha are there, but in the last he told that you should sit here. And I am giving you your name. And he gave name. You should chant Ram. But he was not qualified to chant Ram, Ram. Then he told, you should even Mara, 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 Mara. Oh, that can I do. And he began to do Mara, Mara, Mara. But as he was disciple of Narad, so there was consideration. More consideration than Vishnu Dut.
Concession.
Conception.
Concession.
So this is always remember. Ram has Guru also. And then what became of that Valmiki? He wrote Ram Leela. He saw in his trance Samadhi Bhasa like Bhagavad was written by Vyas. So Ramayana by Valmiki was what? Samadhi Bhasha.
Trans language.
What?
Trans language.
Trans language.
Yes.
Trans language it was. And he saw everything in his, like anything in hand. And then he wrote before Ram played all the past tense. So, like this we should think. Without Guru, you are bound to do some attachment and some namaparat. No sambandh gyan and no seed given by, that is no sabd Brahma. So, it is essential. You can ask me that how Krishna is what? Supreme Lord.
Personality Godhead.
Supreme Personality of God. But even he has met Guru. Once gopis were telling Krishna so many asking questions, and Krishna was replying. They asked, you have no Guru? Oh, who tells like this? Oh, my Guru is Bhaguri. He did not tell the name of Sandipni. Why? He was his like a Shiksha Guru of art and other
Like a
things.
teacher, school teacher.
Like a school teacher.
And at that time
But-
he was not in Mathura, also in Vrindavan. At that time he is not in Gurukul yet.
And from Bhaguri what?
Radha mantra.
He took Radha mantra. So, Bhagavad is really the Guru of Krishna. In this world, when Krishna descends, or anyone, Mahaprabhu lied. Mahaprabhu what did? He took Harinam from whom? He himself told Mahaprabhu. Guru more murkha dekhi.
गुरु मोरे मूर्ख देखी करिला शासन तुम्ही मूर्ख तुम्हार नहीं वेदांत अधिकार
तुम्हार नहीं वेदांत अधिकार. You have no qualification to enter in Vedanta theory. So you are like a foolish, ignorant. Oh, you should do now. Hare Nam, Hare Nam, Hare Nam, Aiva Kevala. Kalau Naste, Naste, Naste. And he gave this name, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Why he could not tell the name of what Guru? Bharati, Keshav Bharati. He was only, he gave sannyas. Those sannyasis also not less anything, but even he gave.
Mahaprabhu gave first to
And he gave first mantra to Keshav Bharati and then. So, he told Keshav, the name of his Guru. So, he is telling that mantra made me mad. Which mantra? Which was given by his Guru Ishwar Puripa. If it was not given, the result would not be like this. No prem, nothing. Only worldly desires without sambandha jnana. So we should try to know all these things. Oh, you know Dhruva? Bhakti has a gradation. And Srila Sanatana Goswami has told the gradation of Bhakti. Jnani Bhakta, first Sakam Bhakta, then Jnani Bhakta, also Karmi Bhakta. Karmi Bhakti is Sakami Bhakta. Then Jnani Bhakta, and then Jnani Bhakta, then Pure Bhakta, and then Prem Par Bhakta, Premi Bhakta, and then Prem Par Bhakta, then Premata. This is up to this is the category of Bhakta. Gopi are not in any category of this. They are beyond this. Krishna is Gopi. Yeah. Krishna has become Gopi. The manifestation of Radhika are all the Gopis. And Krishna divided himself in right and left side. From left, he became Radhika himself. So Radhika is not other than Krishna. So all the Gopis are manifestation of Radhika, means manifestation of Krishna also. That is why it has been told. What in Brahma? Tabhi je eva nara rupa taya kala. That is why it has been. So, there is so much gradation. I want that Sriman Padmanabh Maharaj should tell the Upakhyan of Dhruva and in what category was and what he received.
Gurudev, before you speak, you said that Radharani is not different from Krishna. She's coming from Krishna. And because she's Krishna, because she's not different, she also has the qualities of Krishna, which means she has no other origin, just like Krishna has no origin. But isn't her origin Krishna?
What again?
She says, you told that Srimati Radhika, because she is non-different from Krishna, she has the same qualities as Krishna. But isn't it that just like Krishna has no origin, that Srimati Radhika, she is, the origin of Srimati Radhika is Krishna, but if she has the same qualities as Krishna, then she should also have no origin.
Or tree and its fruits. All the fruit comes from
tree.
Tree.
A tree comes
So
from
tree is fruit also. But though it has come from tree, fruits are sweet. The trees are not sweet. Okay?
Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Istadaya Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo Namah Vanchakapturvascha Kripasindhuvevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Srila Gurudev has ordered me to tell the Dhruva Maharaj Upakhyan from Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th canto, and to explain what category of bhakta Dhruva Maharaj was in this hierarchy of bhaktas, coming from Sakam Bhakta all the way up to Prematura Bhakta. So, Dhruva Maharaj was living in Satyayug, and he was the son of a very highly elevated king, Maharaja Uttanapad. And he was the son of Maharaj Uttanapad's second wife. He had two wives, Suruchi and Suniti. And he was the son of Suniti. These two wives, actually, Maharaj Uttanapad had a special liking for Suruchi. Actually, the meaning of Suruchi means one who is very inclined toward tasting the material enjoyment of this world. So when Maharaj Uttanapad would be in the association of his wife Suruchi, he would become inclined in that direction. And when he was in the association of Dhruva Maharaj's mother Suniti, Suniti means one who is inclined toward dharma, toward relation with the Supreme Lord, Krishna. And when he was in the association of Suniti, then he would become inclined in that way. So, always he was being influenced back and forth. Now, one day, Dhruva Maharaj, when he was only a 5-year-old boy, although he was the son of Maharaj Uttanapad, one day he came into the court where Maharaj Uttanapad was sitting on the throne. And he wanted to climb upon the lap of his father, like any son would do, little 5-year-old boy. So he made the attempt to climb on the lap of his father. And at that time, the other mother, Suruchi, she told to Dhruva, she said, "Oh, you cannot climb on the lap of your father, because you have not taken birth from my womb. So if you want to sit on the throne of your father, then you will have to take birth in your next life from my womb, and then you will become qualified to sit on the throne of your father." So when Dhruva Maharaj heard this, he was completely pierced in his heart. And actually, his father did not protest either. Why? Because he was so much influenced by this other wife, Suruchi. So he remained silent. And Dhruva Maharaj was deeply wounded in his heart. Little Kshatriya boy, son of royalty. And his heart was as if sometimes if you step on a snake, the snake will become very much, it will begin to hiss and it will jump up like this. So in the same way, Dhruva Maharaj became very pierced in his heart. And he went crying to his mother, Suniti, and he told to his mother, Suniti, what had happened. And he was crying and saying, "Is this true? Is this true?" what she told. And then Suniti told that, "Actually it is true that I am not the favorite of your father. And it is a fact that you will not be able to have his favor in this life because you have come from my womb. But actually, you can achieve all things." Because Dhruva Maharaj at that time, he became very desirous. In his heart, a desire developed that he wanted to attain a kingdom even greater than his own father's kingdom. And in this way, he would show
that, yes, I can attain this royal position. And not only greater than his father's kingdom, even his grandfather's kingdom. And who was coming in his grandfather's kingdom? Swayambhuva Manu. And who was the great-grandfather? Lord Brahma himself. So Lord Brahma's kingdom is the entire universe. Dhruva Maharaj had such a very strong desire and determination. He wanted to achieve this position because he felt so deeply wounded and insulted. Such was the nature of Kshatriya in those times. So then his mother told to him that actually this desire of yours, it can be fulfilled. Because the Supreme Personality of Godhead, actually without worshipping Him, no one can fulfill any of their desires fully. So if you want, then you should go to the forest where the Supreme Personality of Godhead is staying. In the forest, the sages go there and they meditate upon Him and they realize Him there in the forest. So at that time, the young boy Dhruva, he became very much determined. Yes, now I will immediately leave. And he left the palace, the royal palace, and immediately began marching toward the forest. So as he was going toward the forest, along the way, the great sage, Sri Narada Rishi, Narad Muni, he saw the determination in the heart of this young boy. And he came there, and he came in front of him, and he stopped him. And he said, "Oh, my dear young boy, where are you going?" And Dhruva Maharaj told, "Oh, I am going to the forest. I want to search out the Supreme Lord. I want a very great kingdom as great as the kingdom of my great-grandfather." So Narada Muni told him, "Oh, this is very difficult, what you are trying to do, to go to the forest, to perform very great austerities in the forest. You're just a young boy. You're just 5 years old. Why should you undergo so much trouble? It is better that you go back to your palace and you can engage in your school and your play and all of these things." And Dhruva Maharaj, he told, "No, I am determined that I will go to the forest and I will realize, I will meet the Supreme Lord Himself." So at this time, Narada Muni, he took compassion upon Dhruva, and he gave Dhruva Maharaj the benediction of initiation into a mantra, which by chanting this mantra with great determination, he would be able to achieve his goal. So he gave him this mantra, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So I didn't say
Don't utter
it.
the months.
He did not
I
tell.
didn't tell.
It is sinful.
He did not. He only told
He
two
gave
words.
one instead of half and they give instead of
And
half.
also the mantra that they uttered is wrong. Bhagavate, no. Bhagavate. Go.
So now, Dhruva Maharaj again went on his path and he went into the forest. Now when he came into the forest, there he began to take bath in the sacred river and keep himself very clean. And now he began to perform austerities and penance to purify his heart. And he was chanting this mantra. Actually, he was following very strictly the order of Narada Rishi, that he should meditate upon this mantra with unwavering mind, with unwavering attention. And in this way, he was following the order of Guru. So at the same time, he was performing very severe austerities. And gradually, he was reducing all of his eating. Practically, he was stopping his eating over a period of months. He was only, in the beginning, he was eating only some leaves of the trees. And then he stopped eating the leaves of the trees even. Then he started taking only water. And then after some days, he started taking water only once every few days. And eventually, in the course of his performing this austerity, even he was standing on one leg. And for 6 months, he was performing this severe austerity and chanting this mantra. And even at the end, he stopped his very breathing by the process of pranayama. He controlled his breathing, and even he stopped breathing completely. And at that point, all the demigods in the heavenly planets and Lord Brahma himself, they became very alarmed. They felt as if the whole universe was being choked by his austerity. And also, please save this situation. So at that time, Lord Vishnu himself came there and manifested right before the very eyes of Dhruva Maharaj. And Dhruva Maharaj, at that time, he envisioned him both within his heart and externally he saw him standing in front of him. And then at that moment, he became completely absorbed in the beautiful transcendental Shri Vigraha of Lord Narayan. And he began, all tears, ecstatic symptoms began manifesting on his body, trembling of the body, all Ashtasattvika Vikar. And at that point, he fell down with full Dandavat Pranams. And just as a tiny little boy, he sat up, little 5-year-old boy. And then Lord Vishnu took his conch shell and he touched it on the head of Dhruva Maharaj. And then at that time, Dhruva Maharaj became enlightened within his heart and he began to pray so many very beautiful prayers to Lord Vishnu. But especially at that time, Dhruva Maharaj, he admitted, he told to Lord Vishnu that actually, now that I have seen you, although I have come here searching for such a materialistic goal in life, although very, very great goal, but only it is a materialistic goal, only for satisfying material desire. So I came to the forest to search for you, but really it was as if I was searching for little broken pieces of glass lying on the ground. So insignificant, this material desire of mine. But now that I have seen you, now that I have met you, it is as if I have found a very beautiful jewel. And at that time he told Swamin Kripartosmi Varam Najate. Actually now I don't want any benediction. But Lord Vishnu told to him that no, I want to give you a benediction. I want that you will ask from me this boon that you have come here for. But Dhruva Maharaj was so reluctant, and now his heart was feeling very sad that he was being told that he should ask for this benediction.
No. Never told to ask any benediction. In Bhagavatam, not like this. He knew that he has come and authorities for only that kingdom. And that is why, without asking any boon, he himself told, I am giving now the kingdom of whole universe life.
For 36,000
For
years.
36,000 years. And he disappeared. And then he began to weep. What I have done mistake. I was searching a piece of glass.
Broken glass.
But anyhow, I was fortunate to have a
Very precious
Chintamani,
jewel. Precious
but I
jewel.
lost. Why I took this? Began to rebel. But what is the essence of this upakhyan? What became in the last?
So, Dhruva Maharaj, he actually had to accept this benediction before he was able to attain the eternal Vaikuntha Loka planet, which ultimately Lord Vishnu, Lord Narayan bestowed upon him. Because he had approached with this material desire initially, therefore, for some period of time, he had to still enjoy this result from his material approach. And he had to remain within this material universe in the position of emperor for 36,000 years. And then at that time, at the end, when this 36,000 year period was finished, then Dhruva Maharaj saw a beautiful swan airplane coming from Vaikuntha Loka, and it was coming, landing, and ready to transport him there. And at that time, Dhruva Maharaj, he was just about to step into the airplane, and suddenly death personified came there in front of him and bowed his head at the feet of Dhruva. And Dhruva Maharaj put his foot over the head of death personified, and he began to climb into this airplane. But just at that moment, he hesitated. And then he told to the Vishnu Dutas who were there that, oh, but my mother, Suniti, she is the one who actually set me on this path. So she is my Vartma Pradarshak Guru. How I can go to Vaikuntha without her? And at that time, the Vishnudutas told, oh, just see behind here. There is another airplane is coming, and she is in that airplane. So, the point is that in the stage of sadhana, someone is performing sadhana to attain the goal, the sadhya. But if he is performing sadhana with so many materialistic desires that he wants fulfilled, then the fact is that he will first of all have to remain here within this world, and he will not attain that final highest goal of Krishna Prema. That goal will be delayed, and he will have to attain this temporary benefit only. Just like by Namaparad, so many material results can be attained. So much wealth, so much influence and power, so many material enjoyments can be attained by Namaparad. And by Namabhas, also mukti, liberation can be attained. But only by Shuddhanam, only by chanting pure Shuddhanam in the association of Guru and Vaishnavas, then we can attain Krishna Prema. So Dhruva Maharaj, even though he had this materialistic desire, and he was coming purely for a materialistic goal, there is another lesson to be learned. Because he had Satguru, because Narada Rishi came, and Narada Rishi instructed him in the chanting of this mantra and gave him initiation. Even though he had these materialistic desires, because he strictly followed his Guru, because he followed him completely, fully, therefore, because he was connected with Guru, these material desires within his heart became purified by his practice of sadhana bhajan. So we should understand the necessity of taking shelter of Satguru. If we want to attain perfection in Krishna Nam Bhajan, then it is absolutely essential that we have the shelter and guidance of Satguru. And this is the essence of the teachings of this Dhruva Upakhyan.
Thank you. Madhav Maharaj wants to speak something. Kiyo ke bolchile na?
Madhav Maharaj.
He was telling something about him when he was speaking.
He told that his...
So you should stand up and tell. What he was telling?
He said that his mother's airplane already gone. It was not behind, it was in front.
উনি বললেন যে আরেকটা এরোপ্লেন আসবে, তোমার মা যাবে। আমি আগে দাদা বললেন যে তোমার মা আগে যাচ্ছে দেখো।
One thing here, the essence of this Upakhyan. Though Narada Rishi, Dhruva was initiated by a bona fide guru like Narayan. But at that time he has so many desires to rule over whole world. He wanted. He received initiation from Narada Rishi too. And he did very hard austerities, even not taking prayer, controlled the prayer, air also. And after that he received the position he wanted. Automatically, his father came and told that, oh, everything is yours. And then he sat on the throne and he began to rule over whole world. But what he did, he used to serve Hari Guru Vaishnava always, because he was disciple of Narada. And thus, sometimes Narada used to come, sometimes other highly
elevated
Vaishnava used to come there. And he used to serve them. And they used to instruct them. So, in 36,000 years, he was somewhat elevated. Now his desire to have a throne totally gone. One thing is here, if he has worldly desire, even, and He only does the aradhana of Supreme Lord Krishna or his manifestations. Ram, Nishinga, Kalki, Bham, Narayan. Then, in the end, all karma vasana goes. And pure bhakti comes. So by the association of Narada Rishi and other highly elevated rishis, all his desire gone. And then bhakti came in his heart pure. But there was something, kasai.
Smell.
Kasai, you know?
Contamination.
Like Narada Rishi in first life.
Murchit Kasai.
Huh?
Murchit Kasai. No, he was a Murchita Kasai.
Murchit Kasai.
Murchit Kasai.
Kasai. No. Jagrat Kasai, not Murchit. Dhruv has Jagrat Kasai. Sukdev Goswami has Murchit Kasai.
No, he's Nirdut Kasai.
Nirdut
In previous life, Murchit Kasai.
His Kasai was there.
But Jagrat.
Jagrat also. And that is why he wanted to see his mother, her mother. And that is why he could not attain Vaikuntha Dham, but a manifestation of Vaikuntha Dham is Dhruva Lok in this Brahma Lok.
In this Brahmanda.
In this Brahman. He could not attain that Brahman, Vaikuntha Lok. And any service of Krishna. But I don't know how he is now, what position he has attained, because he was disciple of Narada. It may be after some time he will reject Dhruva Pada also, and he may go to Vaikuntha.
Yes, because Krishna told that Ami Vigga Sei Murkhe Visay Kana Duba Sacharanamrita Visay Bhulaibo.
If any bhakt of Krishna, Ashraya Laya Bhaje.
Tare Krishna Nahi Taje.
What is Ashraya? Pure
Guru.
Or sadhu, high class of Siksha Diksha Guru. This is Ashraya. Those who are taking shelter of Krishna, it may be that Krishna may reject. But those who will take a strong shelter of Siksha Diksha Guru or any Vaishnava, then Krishna will think that he wants some poison. But how I can give? I know that this is poison.
And he is foolish.
I must give him
nectar.
Nectar of bhakti.
Of my lotus feet.
And that is why he Krishna gives. In the end. But also, in the middle, what he desired, he has to taste. And after that, he
Pure Bhakti.
Huh?
Pure Bhakti.
Pure Bhakti he worships. This is the
essence. Instruction in this.
This is the essence of this Upakhi. Now, I wanted to compare the bhakti of Dhruva and bhakti of Prahlad. But time,
some drama is there.
Drama is also there.
10 minutes.
So, 15 minutes we can speak, and after that drama, or any song, and after that drama. So you can do